Hi, everyone. My project is called Processed Meat Carcinogen Warning Labeling, and my name is Evangeline Roath, and my mentor is Mr. Nathan Perry from Vanderbilt University. I'm currently zooming in from my bedroom in Annapolis, Maryland, and I am a junior at Archbishop Spalding High School. I chose to research the topic of carcinogens in processed meats because I feel like it is unfair that some carcinogens need to be labeled and others do not. I was disappointed when I came across this information, and it makes me angry that people are unknowingly harming their health. Growing up, deli meat sandwiches were always my favorite thing to find in school packed lunches. Specifically, I loved ham sandwiches. Ham, turkey, and other deli meats are a very popular option for kids' lunches. My parents have always tried their best to keep me healthy and limit the amount of unhealthy foods I consume, but by giving me these deli meat sandwiches, they may have harmed my health in an unexpected way. Deli meats, along with hot dogs and other types of processed meats, contain class 1 carcinogens that can increase a person's risk of developing cancer. Class 1 carcinogens are substances known to cause cancer. These substances are found in many different things, such as cigarettes and certain food dyes. Processed meats, such as deli meats and hot dogs, contain class 1 carcinogens, putting them in the same class as cigarettes. Most people know that cigarettes cause cancer, but most people do not know that processed meats are in the same category as cigarettes. Currently, cigarettes require a warning label making people aware of the risks associated with exposure, while processed meats do not. Cancer is a universal issue. There are different levels to carcinogens, and processed meats are in group or class 1, carcinogenic to humans. There are things that we think may cause cancer, and then there are things that we know for certain to cause cancer. That's where processed meats are. It's surprising for many to know that processed meat consumption is associated with breast cancer, colon cancer, and lung cancer. And this is according to the National Institute of Health, or NIH. Over half of our population is unaware of these risks. An obvious, simple solution to this would be a label on carcinogenic products. Cancer is very costly, in many cases, taking the life of the affected person. It takes an emotional toll on individuals suffering from the disease and their families. The financial toll is significant as well. Of course, we know that the meat industry has lobbying power with Congress. However, any financial impact to Congress or economic benefit to the country in this regard must be compared to the financial cost of cancer to the United States of America. It is expensive for a country to have 6 citizens. As this infographic shows, national cancer expenditures are projected to increase by tens of billions of dollars by 2030. The projection shown in the graph harms both our country as a whole because we are spending our money on a disease that we could be preventing before it occurs, and individuals who need to pay for their own or loved one's cancer treatment. Litigation is possible in this situation, considering there is legal precedence calling for the labeling of carcinogenic products. This is the actual text of the law, the Cigarette Labeling and Advertising Act. As you can see, there are multiple options for what the label can be, but cigarettes are required to have a health warning label so that any consumers know that they may be compromising their health when they choose to smoke a cigarette. The law I'm proposing would be directly modeled off of this law. We already use food labels, so the idea of putting this label on food is nothing new. My proposal includes printing a carcinogen warning label, a carcinogen warning symbol, as well as an informative label on packages of processed meats. Labels could range from a simple warning to a detailed message, as long as the essential elements are present. Here are some examples of potential labeling text. This first image illustrates the most commonly accepted carcinogen symbol, which I would expect to be placed on processed meat products. The second image displays the location on products where the symbol can be placed. The third image is of a nutrition label. The red circled area is a space that could hold additional information about products, including the written carcinogen warning label. Based on the sanctions of comparable laws, specifically the laws regarding cigarette labeling, I propose this sanctioning of penalty fines of no more than $10,000 for violating the labeling law. Processed meats are Class 1 carcinogens, and most people do not know about it. Some Class 1 carcinogens are already labeled. Food labeling also already exists. It is unfair that some Class 1 carcinogens require labels while others do not. Processed meats contribute to preventable cancers caused by overconsumption of carcinogens, and a simple warning label can help mitigate this. This is a simple solution that makes sense and could save lives. So I'm sorry if I just ruined your ham sandwich, and thank you for listening to my presentation.
Thank you so much, Evangeline. All things that I had no idea about. And yes, I probably was planning to have a turkey sandwich after this. So thank you for the warning. It's obvious that you are very passionate about this. And I'm curious if throughout your research, did you discover any discussions about why this label isn't on foods so far when it is actually in the same class as, other carcinogens?
Yes, that's a very interesting question because as I was researching it, I really could not find any reason why some carcinogens should be labeled and these ones couldn't. So it makes me think that really there isn't a valid reason and all carcinogens, all class 1 carcinogens at least, should require a label.
Absolutely. Makes you wonder. Now we have to go track that down. What are your next steps in terms of proposing that law?
Yeah, so I'm planning to go at this from a few different angles. I do really want to try to make this a real law, so I'm planning on proposing it to a lawyer and hopefully trying to get this law passed. And in addition, I'm really concerned about the lack of awareness on this issue, so I'm currently working with some teachers at my school as well as like the principal to try to get this incorporated into curriculum and health classes at my school and then in my area and then hopefully nationwide.
Amazing work. I wish you the best of luck for that. And I'll spread the word too. I'm going to tell everybody I know. So
Thank you.
appreciate it.